Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Ashley if you're new here, and in this video I'm just going to give you a little bit of a September homeschool update. If you are new here, I have a second grader, a kindergartner, a 3-year-old who we're doing a very little bit of preschool with, and well, I guess it's not very little bit, it's intentional preschool, just super low pressure. And then I have a baby who is 4 months old. He is playing right here on his little play mat, so if you hear noises, baby noises, that is what you're hearing. So I cannot believe we're at the end of September already. Just to kind of give you an overview of the month is that we did go on vacation. I think it was like the first full week of September, so we did take that week off, obviously. We had a little bit of sickness, so we didn't do a whole lot of full weeks of school, and because of that I felt like we were sort of like falling behind, but this is a large reason why I started in August, so that we wouldn't feel too much stress if we were starting to fall behind. So there were some really good parts of the month, and then some parts where, like I said, I started feeling a little bit discouraged that we were falling behind. But we'll get into that. I will discuss, I think, each child like I usually do, and then family subjects. I'll give you guys kind of a little update on each. I guess we could start with my youngest, my 3-year-old. So I am doing very loosely the Gentle and Classical Preschool with her. I'm gonna do a whole video on that, like my first impressions, how we're liking it, kind of how we're using it essentially. I'm gonna do a whole video on it, but just a quick update is that I am liking it even more than I thought I would. I was a little bit, if I'm honest, a little bit, not skeptical, that's too strong of a word, but like I was a little bit worried that maybe it was going to be too much for her, because she is only 3. She turned 3 this month too. But I did want something more structured, just mostly for my sake, because she really wants to do school with me. If I don't do school with her, she feels left out. She like gets upset. So like I wanted something to have to do with her, but I was a little bit worried that maybe it would be too much. But honestly, it's perfect. Like I actually love it so much. So it's kind of hard to show without, like, I'll have to really share a lot in the video, but essentially what it is it's broken down really well, and it seems overwhelming when you look at it as a whole, but when you get the actual like teacher's guide to it, it's like an activity guide and planner, and it breaks it down kind of like a grid style in each section. So there's like a little math. We're doing the Kate Snow's preschool math with her, which is literally 5 seconds. Like at the beginning of it, at least, it's like a little tiny activity where right now she's practicing counting to 5. So we did it with our hands, we used coins, we used toys, all on different days. So super doable for a 3-year-old. And then it builds off of there, obviously. Then there's one picture book, which I got them all from the library, so that was really nice. And then I have a Bible, a little kid's Bible that I read a Bible story with her. There's a poem book that I probably wouldn't have bought, but I already had it because it's the same poem book that like every curriculum uses at this age. Sunlight, it's the one that we're using for Sunlight, and then it's actually the same poem book that the Curious Kinder has as well. So because I have the book, I'm reading her the poems, but I don't know if I would have bought it otherwise. But then there's the binder, where I didn't realize that the book actually walks you through which page to do as well. So I really liked that because I was a bit overwhelmed with the binder. I'll put like an overview of what it looks like, where there's like so many pages, and I don't even have every single page in her little binder. But when we first started using it, before I actually followed the curriculum, I was a bit overwhelmed because it was like we were doing the same thing every day, but it was also like too much at the same time. But I didn't realize in the guide it tells you which page to do, other than obviously like the morning ones where she does her name, her age, how she's feeling, the weather, which she absolutely loves doing that as well. So I think that's it. There's also the memory cards that I'll also show, or I already did show, but she loves it because there's the poems, there's little songs that you do. So I highly recommend, especially because there's other add-ons that you can do if you wanted to do it with a 4-year-old. There's some other really ones that I like wish she was old enough to do, the other books. It's like Little Truths for Kids or something along those lines. So yes, we're loving it. She loves it. We're really only doing it probably twice a week because there's some days where it's just I can't get to everything, and so I will, you know, leave like hers behind because I just, obviously her brothers, I have to do my second graders work with him and stuff like that. So I try to do it at least twice a week and as many as possible because she loves it. So that's my update for my 3-year-old. And then I will move on to my kindergartner. Where to begin? I guess we could do language arts. So we are, I think I mentioned in my August update that we started using kindergarten prep with him last month, and that is going pretty well. We are basically practicing the vowel sounds every single day that I'm doing school with him. So probably like 3 to 4 days a week. I honestly want to start doing it even more. But I was encouraged this morning because he is making progress. It's a bit slower than I kind of anticipated. He does struggle with the vowel sounds, but he's getting really close. So I'm encouraged by that. I think we're like a little bit over halfway done with the kindergarten prep because there's 30 lessons, and I think we did like lesson 17 today. So we are going to finish that up because, like I said, it's working. It's introducing him numbers like 11 to 15 as of right now, which he does need to learn that, which is a nice little added bonus because I was really more so using it for the phonics part of it. But yeah, that's where he's working. I think after we finish that up, I think I'm going to jump back into the art of reading and see how that goes with him. And before we started kindergarten prep, I was kind of just testing out different things with him. We did the art of reading, we did all about reading, and he keeps asking me to do all about reading, so perhaps I will try to do a combination of either the art of reading and all about reading, or the good and the beautiful and all about reading. I'm just going to see how he does with everything, because he is, I think I mentioned also, he's a little bit younger of a kindergartner, and so I'm kind of expecting it to be a bit slower. But I also realized that I had the letters and numbers from Gather Round that I used in preschool with my older son, and the way that they teach phonics is by using word families. So each week you do a different word family. So like the first week would be at, so bat, cat, rat, all of that kind of thing. And I'm thinking that I might want to test that out with him eventually at some point and see if he learns faster that way. Because it didn't work as well with my older son. It didn't seem to benefit him any, but I remembered I had that. So I might pull that out. I'm kind of just in the testing phase with him to see which one he uses makes the most progress with. But as of right now, kindergarten prep is going well. And then we're also doing Math with Confidence kindergarten, and I do like it. I have, I'd say, sort of mixed feelings about it. I don't know. We're definitely going to continue with it for sure. We are doing sorting right now, which was super easy, but then the last unit he was doing, they had a unit where they were doing pairs that make 10, which I felt was way too advanced, which I remember actually, funny enough, there's a YouTuber that I follow who, she's not like a homeschooling YouTube, but she does homeschool, so she does mention sometimes different things, like she'll make a homeschool video occasionally, and I remember she was using it with her son, and she got to that unit and switched because she was like, he's not ready for this. And I feel that. I don't think I'm going to switch, like I said, but I am tentatively seeing where he's at. I think he might be just fine, but at the same time, I am holding everything very loosely. I think I mentioned this in my last update as well, and I might do like a second round of kindergarten perhaps if he needs it, like doing the good and the beautiful math too, or like kind of using both alongside each other if he needs a bit more practice. But so far he's doing well. He was having trouble recognizing, I think it was like 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe it was just 6 and 8 and 9, but he was having a little bit of trouble with that, and he seems to be making some progress with that. So that's really good. So that's my little update for my kindergartner. Like I said, am trying to be really consistent, but at the same time, I feel like I also have a ton on my plate, and he's still young. So like sometimes if we only get to his schoolwork 3 days a week, I figured I can go into the summer instead of feeling stressed about it, because I feel like I just have so many moving parts to our lives right now, and Occasionally we only do like 3 days a week instead of 4, but I feel like I did that with my son, my older son, when he was in kindergarten as well, and everything went totally fine with him. So next is my second grader. And so with him, we are doing well. We are fighting some attitudes, if I'm being honest. I am trying to figure out a way to encourage him to have a good heart towards wanting to do school, but I don't know what it is. Like sometimes he can be really like pleasant to do school with, and then other times he's just doesn't want to be doing school, which I know is normal. And I keep trying to like explain to him that like he actually has it really good with homeschooling. You're doing it so much less than if you were in school and all of these things, but I feel like it doesn't seem to be clicking very much with him, which of course he's still young to really understand that. But I have heard from another homeschooling mom that she used these little charts where if they have a good attitude throughout their school work, they get a little sticker for their chart, and then when they fill up the chart, they get to pick from one of the like rewards, which is like I actually don't remember, but like different things, like maybe watching a movie or picking out a small toy, something like that. Those types of things tend to work really well with this son. So I think I'm going to try to set something up like that to see if I can encourage some good behavior. I don't know if it's just that like we came off of vacation, and then like I said, last week was a little bit funny. So I don't know if it's just like once we're being more consistent, his attitude tends to be a bit better, but it's when it's like we stop and go, he kind of thinks like, oh, we don't have to do school, and then is discouraged when I'm like, oh, today we're doing school. But anyway, that's kind of a little bit of a struggle that we're having. But when it comes to his schoolwork, he is doing well. We finally finished our first grade Good and Beautiful. We started late last year, so it kind of went into this year, but this week we just started his second grade work, so we're both really excited about that. We're excited to have those like meteor books to read, the Wesley and the Wolves. He's super excited to start that, but he's making a ton of progress with his reading. I'm really proud of the like consistency that we've been doing, and which has led to him reading even better, and so I'm really happy with that. I think he just wanted to join me again. So here we are. We have little Theo here. So his language arts is going well. I do anticipate needing to add in some spelling. I do feel like he is somewhat of an intuitive speller from what I can tell, but I don't really love the Good and the Beautiful spelling so far, so we'll see how it goes in second grade. I feel like first grade he really didn't learn like the words he was supposed to. It was probably my fault maybe for not being as consistent, but I don't know. I think I might do all about spelling with him either halfway through this year or next year, but we'll see about that. We'll see how the second grade spelling goes. So then for his math, I would say Math with Confidence is going super well as well. He's given me a little bit of pushback with the +6, +7 addition facts, which he did last year as well, but I'm thinking I found an app that I'm gonna have him practice more with so that he has them like this, but he's doing super well with them. We're in week 5. I don't have any complaints. I'm really thankful for it. And then we have our group subjects. Science, we have been trying to be more consistent with, but I still am falling behind with the experiments. I'm hoping to try to catch up on them, like even just watching them. I just keep forgetting about them, honestly. But the reading is going well. The boys really like it. And then our history, they really like too. They are actually, I was skeptical about the history, like if they were going to remember it or care very much, but they've honestly been really enjoying the history books. So that's been really fun. And it's been getting easier with my daughter because she can sit for a longer period of time without interrupting us, which is really nice. We are reading My Father's Dragon right now, which we like. It's really cute. I think that is my update for you. We started our homeschool classes again, which is we're taking art classes at a local church, and yeah, so I would love to know how your September went, and let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next one.